Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Josh Snipes, and today we're going to be doing a kind of ranked mirror spots. I see a lot of people play ranked, and I see a lot of people not really know what to do with mirror. Now, as soon as you get like in the diamond / high plats, you'll probably see a lot better mirror spots, and a lot better players in general kind of know the gist of things. But this is going to apply for a lot of people who are in, say, maybe low plat, maybe even gold and below that. I think these are really necessary, and since I'm doing how to play Mira here in the next couple days, I decided I want to open up with some Mira spots that I typically use in ranked. Now, the first thing you're going to see here comes on Oregon. When you're defending the top floor, it's going to be necessary for pretty much keeping kids' dorms kind of safe. A lot of people don't really go on the windows behind you too much. Definitely is a counter if they do, so you just gotta watch out for that. But from this mirror, you can throw a C4 over to the bed if someone plants behind the bed. You can also shoot through that bed, and moving out of the master bedroom, you can actually hold this entire spot. Now, this mirror kind of is situational. You want to make sure that you put it to the most left side. Sometimes you want to put a deployable shield next to you, sometimes you don't. You want to shotgun out these walls here so you can see into armory or anyone coming up the stairs who might try to counter you. Also, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you reinforce the walls here to your left, that armory walls, and make sure they're reinforced so that way no one can shoot through the walls and get you. They're going to have to use some sort of explosives or anything like that. Now, you can fire through the window, you can fire through the doorway, and it's kind of a good stall. Next one, this one's kind of holding for the dorms, the normal dorms. Now, you can either put a soft mirror here, or you can reinforce it like you see me doing here. Now, you want to impact or C4 that bookshelf. Usually, you want to use impacts because you don't want to waste C4s on something like that. But this mirror is good for watching, say, if they open the wall on your right, and maybe if they come through the doorway. You just have to be careful from your white stairs. Someone might come up those. Now, moving downstairs, this one's going to be necessary if you're playing on kitchen or if you're playing from below on the same side up top. Now, you want to put the mirror down like this, and you're going to put it to the most right, and you're going to end up shotgunning out most of the holes above you. So under the windows, you're going to shotgun those out, and you're going to shotgun out next to the mirror. It all depends on which site you're playing. You're playing kitchen and dining, you want to shotgun this out. You don't want any holes above you. But if you're playing below the upstairs site in dorms, you want to shotgun out above you so you can shoot the windows, and if anyone decides to rappel in, you're going to be meeting them, and it's going to be really, really nice. Moving on, though, we have downstairs in the laundry and basement defense. Now, you'll probably see this defense a lot, especially in the higher ranks. I'm not too sure about the lower ranks, but you want to set up your mirror just like this inside closet, and make sure it's all the way to the left so you can peek it very quickly. Now, here you're going to see me shotgun out a really big hole to rotate through, but normally you want to put like one small hole so that way if they're playing with someone who has frag grenades, they can't throw a frag grenade through that hole and get you. You're also going to use this for C4s. Throwing C4s is really, really necessary in this site, and it's kind of hard to do, especially with all the smokes that the other team might bring. So using a C4, you want to be able to throw a C4 across from outside a closet. Next one you're going to see is going to be facing the back stairs, the big tower stairs, and you're going to put this one to the most right, and you're going to make sure you shotgun out that hole you saw me do. And it's really, really easy to hold a lot of different angles just from this one mirror. You can hold the room to your right, you can shoot anyone that comes down from the meeting hall hatch, and you can shoot anyone that comes down the big stairs either from the left or the right. Now, moving on to clubhouse, you're going to see one mirror that I don't know too much if they reinforce it like I do here. A lot of times they play a soft mirror, which is very risky, but sometimes on this you can definitely use it a lot because you can shoot above a soft mirror. But you're going to shotgun out a hole in between, so that way you have a rotation in between church and you have a rotation in between armory, and it's really, really easy to do. It just takes a while, so you just want to make sure that you set it up all the way to the right here, and you'll be able to see all the way down blue, and you'll be able to see into church and probably into moto from where you're standing. Make sure you shotgun out that right side and probably all around the mirror, just so that way you can see and there's no random pieces of the wall hanging out. Now, another thing that I really want to quickly point out is that if you're playing this mirror, you can actually get shot from the hatch if you're not too careful from that angle that I'm shooting at right now. So just be wary of that. Now, the next one's going to be inside of church, and you're going to see a lot of different variations of these mirrors. You can put one mirror on the left, one mirror on the right. You could just reinforce the center wall and put a mirror on that. But for this, I'm going to use the one that I've seen EG use a lot just to explain this. And they usually put a mirror on both sides. So this allows you to shoot at anyone coming down the stairs and anyone pushing moto. So the reason they do this, though, is because they don't need a mirror on the other sites because they rely so heavily on the other players that are in, say, Armory or Dirt Tunnel to hold it. So that's why they use those mirrors. Now moving on to Consulate, you're going to see me set up a mirror inside the closet that is in the downstairs basement. This hold is useful when you're playing on the basement defense and you're playing the basement bomb site, and probably secure. I haven't done these on secure too much. But you're going to set up a mirror facing into A, and you're going to set up a mirror facing into B. Now you don't always need the mirror facing into A because you might set it up, say, upstairs, that I'll show later. But you're definitely going to want the one facing into B. It's just a fun little necessary, so they can't open that right side of garage and actually come through the right side. They're going to force them to the left side behind white van, and usually you'll have someone playing behind white van or maybe a little towards the yellow pillar or something like that. So moving upstairs, like I was talking about earlier, you're going to see me shucking out this hole right here, and you're going to see me set up a mirror right directly in the middle of the bathroom. Now a lot of teams recently have been going up top, and they'll shotgun out the top, or they'll ash or anything like that, get the top open and be able to counter a bandit who's trying to bandit trick that wall. Now it's going to be really necessary that you put this on here so that way you can hold it, and you can also shoot anyone hanging from the windows that's trying to counter your bandit. So it's really helpful to have this mirror up here. It also slows a lot of the push down, because say if they get through garage but you have control of the top, you can actually use Mira's shotgun and shotgun out the top of garage and shoot anyone who's trying to go in and trying to plant right in front of the white van. Now moving farther on Consulate upstairs, you're going to use a lot of different defenses, I feel like, on this upstairs defense. You might not use a mirror on all of them, but one of the mirrors that I've seen used quite a bit, say in Pro League and stuff like that, is you'll put a mirror here on the center and you'll shotgun out right here so you can watch yellow stairs. Now the only risk is you could get grenaded from that connector window, and you could get someone who's on that connector window, say like a Blackbeard or something like that. And that's kind of hard to counter because your back's going to be to them. But if you're wary and you're using your ears, I think you'll be fine. You'll be able to watch yellow stairs though if you can keep this mirror, and you'll be able to actually shoot anyone on the windows. But again, you're risking a lot from if they push from the east side instead of the west side. Speaking of the east side, is we have a hold that actually holds admin. A lot of east side pushes on this top floor will start in admin and kind of control from admin. So a lot of people put mirrors up here in order to stop that. Now it's kind of hard to dispatch someone who's sitting behind this or laying behind it, especially because they might put one or two people up here instead of just the one behind the mirror. So it's really hard to kill someone in this. The way I've seen it done is you'll get someone from that window. So maybe you'll want to set up a reinforcement on this wall right here, and it's going to help you a lot. Now moving back, we have into bank, and we're going to be going into bank and setting up in the basement for defense. One of the basement defense mirrors that I've seen used a lot is this one facing into garage, because you can watch the stairs and you can also watch the garage. But I've seen recently in Pro League that a lot of people just put like an Echo or someone in garage to hold garage and leave this wall soft, or even put holes in it so they can play some defense from back there. So watching into A is really, really important, especially as the mirror, and you want to shotgun out above it and around it so that way you can throw C4s and you can run through it. You're going to see a lot of people plant right here where the C4 landed, so getting that C4 toss down is really necessary. Now we're going to move back to the top of bank. This is a mirror spot that I've seen used, and it just got a lot more popular this year in Pro League than I've seen in other years. I could be wrong though, because I've been focusing a lot more on this year in Pro League this season in Pro League than the last couple of seasons. But it's going to start up top right where long desk is, and you're going to want to shotgun out a lot of this wall right here on the left in CEO. You're going to shotgun out pretty much all the way across, and you're going to be able to watch into CEO and watch pretty much all the way across the top. And again, this is going to be when you're playing on archives, so it's going to make playing archives a lot easier. And the thing that I've done is I actually shotgun out the floor too and the hatch, so that way if I need to rotate out, I can rotate down, or if someone's trying to thermite that wall, I definitely can. Next, we're going to have an open area mirror that I don't think it gets used nearly as much anymore because it's kind of easy to dispatch and kind of easy to get rid of. But I just figured I'd show it here so you guys can see it in case for some reason you're playing ranked and your teammates pick open area. Now, it's going to make it easier to hold B, but you're going to get pushed from behind usually from like the elevator side. So it's kind of scary to play this mirror, but it's a good little deterrent, especially if you're playing on archives or somewhere else where you want to kind of slow the other team down. Now moving on, we have Chalet, and up Chalet, you know that when you play Trophy and Kitchen that the team's gonna try pushing up top and getting up top control. Now one of the mirrors that I like using is this mirror where you can pretty much deny them from coming in. The only problem that I seem to have when I play this mirror is there's a lot of windows that kind of peek into this mirror, so you want to make sure that you either have control or you have someone else up top with you who's helping you and watching where you are, because you can get killed pretty easily, and this isn't too much of a deterrent from someone. They'll just push the other side from you. But if you can hold this mirror, it's a really useful mirror, and it's really helpful to your team to keep upstairs on Chalet. Next, we're going to have down in the wine cellar basement defense, and this is going to be on bomb. And probably one of the most standard defenses you'll see from a mirror on majority of the maps. Like, these mirrors are usually a given. So it's good if you learn how to play mirror. It's good to learn how to counter this also. But you want to set up your mirror to the most right, so that way if they open up garage at any point, you can actually shotgun it out and get little step outs and little peeks and stuff like that and stop them from planting. You can also throw C4s, but you want to be careful of this blue hallway, so as they might come down that a lot of people usually try to. Next, we're going to set up in the closet that's actually in wine stock, and you're going to reinforce that wall to your right. Make sure you reinforce both walls. You might even want to put a bandit or mute on that just so they can't just thermite it outright. But you're going to set up your mirror like this and probably put a rotation hole, so that way you can hop in and out as you need to. But this mirror is going to let you watch the hallway, and if they decide to push from trench and they push to the doorway, you're able to kill them too. Especially if you leave it soft, you can throw a C4 or anything like that and get them. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be the part 1 of a part 2 series. And the part 2 should come out the next day that this one comes out. So make sure you guys subscribe and take a look for that when it comes out. Now, I really hope that this helps. Let me know down in the comments below if this helps. Anyways, guys, it's going to wrap things up for today. This is going to be Josh Snipes signing off.
In the hallway.
1 op 4 remaining.
Hallway. Come in, stay here. Nice.
Has been destroyed.
Good job, guys.